this guide, we're going to see how we can export from Revit to Autocad. Now, why do we want to do that? Why it could be useful? Because in Autocad, we can manage better the finishing part, which is the plotting or printing part. And we can go there and customize all the layers and the various line weights and line types. So we can customize the drawing even more. So when we finish here in Revit, this is our sheet that we created in the video course dedicated to Revit. So I'm gonna just go here and export this in CAD format, DWG or DXF. Now usually I use the DXF because it's more versatile, it's more compatible with other application. And if you want, you can see the full video course in Revit in English. This is right now, this interface is in Italian, but you will find the video course in English with the English interface if you're interested. Also, if you have questions and you want to ask for assistance, please write in the comments. You can also write suggestions for other users in the comments. Participate to the channel and also subscribe or join if you want to support us more. So when you export, you can choose a single sheet or a single view, or you can export everything. So you could change the options here, but in this case I'm just going to export one single sheet. But if you go here, for example, I can export only this plan view or only a section or an elevation. So it depends on what you need to do in Autocad. So let's go to Autocad. I'm gonna create a new file here. So you can see this is in English. I can start with another title block or just go with the default here template. And there you go. So this is now an empty space. And I can either attach it or insert it. I can link it, or I can just open it up actually directly because it's an AutoCAD file. So I can go to open, select the one that I have exported. In this case, I've exported in DXF, and I've called this export Revit 2D for AutoCAD. So I'm gonna open this file, open. And again, you can just copy and paste it. You can do whatever you want once it's inside. You can see that it opens up directly in the layout version. So it's gonna show you that the sheets that you create in Revit are basically the same thing that you do here in AutoCAD with the layouts and the views. So if I select this border here, this is a viewport. So I can then arrange it and change it here also in AutoCAD directly. So each one of these view can be then edited. So if I double click, I'm gonna get inside. I can adjust the view. So let's see how it looks. Double click to exit the view. And of course, if you don't know AutoCAD, you will find also a video course dedicated entirely to AutoCAD, where you're gonna see how to create sheets and all different drawings. Now you can see that everything here has been imported as single entity. So this is kind of a site plan view, and this is a closer view of the site plan. And this is a first floor, and these are the sections. So these are details. So everything that was in that sheet in Revit, except the tables and lists and takeoffs for the materials, everything has been brought here in AutoCAD. And then I can decide, for example, to reassemble everything in another layout different from the one that I have imported from AutoCAD. Now you can see, yes, I have these tables here and lists, but these are just numbers and text inside the layout. And also we have hatches. So if I click here, I can edit this hatch, and I believe that I don't like this one here, so I'm gonna just get rid of this because it's gonna show up too intense when I do the drawings. And I can see now how everything is very tidy, and I have very fine details. This is 1 to 50 if I had to do this in AutoCAD. All the details here are perfect. Okay, so let's go now to print or plot. So when you're ready, you can choose if you want to print just one part here, or if you want to go directly and print the layout. Now the first thing you should do is check here the layout tab and go to the page setup and check if everything is fine with this layout. So I'm gonna modify this layout, and you can see that this is now an A4, which is too small. I have created this in Revit in a A1, so A4 is too small. I need to change it, but I don't have it here because I need to choose here the correct printer or plotter. So if I click on this drop-down menu, I can manage the settings for these different plotters. So if you have a printer or a plotter connected to your PC with the Wi-Fi or with the cable, you can choose it from here. But if you don't have it, you need to print a digital file. You can print PDF. So if you select PDF, you can see that now you can choose bigger formats like the A1. Make sure that it's in the landscape orientation, and always do a preview. Now I will also change here the layers. I don't want to use the colors there. I just want to use the grayscale and say preview. And there we go. So this is a preview of the sheet that we're gonna print out. And now what we can do here actually is, if we go back in the model, just say OK and close. Go back here in the model. We also have all the layers here that were auto-generated in the export import process. So I can use them, I can customize them. I can click here in the layer properties and customize each one of these, changing the color of the visualization, changing the line type, changing the line weight to different thickness, so to be represented better in my drawing. So I can customize everything for the printing and the plotting in really fine details. Okay, so this is another thing you could probably do if you want. You can change the hatches here, customize the hatches or the scale of these hatches. You can do everything you want to set up everything the way you want it. Okay, now let's go back to the layout. So let's go to the final part, which is going to be printing. Now you can go here in the menu of the application and go to print and plot from here, or batch plot. So you can go here and plot a single sheet, or you can plot more. There's the setting there that we left previously. Now if you want to use a printer or a plotter, you can use one of these. If you want to export, let's say in Photoshop, because you want to create a really nice and elaborated and let's say wonderful and amazing presentation, you can do that using the EPS, which is a particular file which is going to be really high quality pixels images, so you can then customize them even more in a graphic design application like Photoshop. Now to do that, we need an extra printer plotter. So we're gonna go here, let's go down to the print section again, and then you can manage all these different parts of the plot. So we're gonna choose manage plotters, and here you will find the virtual plotters that you have. So we're gonna add a new one. Double click on add a plotter wizard, go forward, my computer forward, Adobe, PostScript level 1 plus, forward, 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 don't mind anything. And here you can just type, just as a reminder, EPS, which is going to be the format that we're going to export. Okay, it's already there because I already created, so I can say, I can call this just to explain Photoshop, because it's going to go into Photoshop or similar application. There you go. Now it appears here in the plotters. And also if I go back into the print, there you go, single sheet, and now I can select this one here, Photoshop. Now remember that you need to plot to file in this case, make sure that again it's in landscape mode. Preview always the final paper that you're gonna print. You can see it has all the thickness there. If you don't like it, you should change them. You should customize them one by one. Close. And now let's just say OK and print this out. So I can save it, for example, here in a specific folder for Autocad or EPS folder, whatever, Photoshop. And that's it. Just wait for the file to be printed, and then you can just import and work with that in Photoshop. Now, this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. So thanks for watching. If you want to support us, you can subscribe to the channel, or even better, join the channel as a supporter. So leave your comments, leave your questions, ask for assistance. Suggestions for other users also are welcome. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video guide.